Hey there everybody, welcome back to the Sketchdom. My name is Jason Sketch, and I'm super excited to bring you guys some more Marvel Champions content. As you may be well aware, Winter Soldier and Falcon have released recently. I just made some videos that showcase them. But today I'm going to be jumping in to actually playing a deck with Winter Soldier. So let's head on down to the table. I'm super excited to try it out. The deck build is centered around using upgrades that are weapons and kicking off that new fascinating card, as well as using that new Fuselage card that I got the other day with Venom. Hope you're excited as I am, and let's jump on down to the table. See you there. Alright guys, I hope you're as excited as I am. Here we are at the table. We've got Bucky Barnes. We're going to be facing Master Mold and Expert, which I'm super nervous about because I haven't done great in Expert so far, but I want to keep learning and getting better at the Expert. So here we are playing a new character, jumping into Expert. Let's see how well I do. Master Mold comes out with Stalwart and Toughness, so we know that already. Let's just jump into the match. So setup, we get Magneto Ally into play. We flip this up. Each Sentinel minion gains Guard. Each player discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until they discard a Sentinel minion, then puts that minion engaged with them. Okay, so we're going to look for a Sentinel minion, and then we get to put that minion into play, engage them. Wonderful. It is a Sentinel Mark III. We're starting off with 8 health points here. It's got guards. I have to take it out before I even do any damage to Master Mold. After this minion engages you, attach the topmost Sentinel attachment from the discard pile to this minion. Okay, and this is a Sentinel attachment? Attached to your identity. Nope. Okay. So, huzzah. Sucks to be you. It's actually probably a good time to get a Mark 8 onto the table here. So, let's jump right into it. Alright, we're going to draw up to a hand size of 6. Wonderful. And then we can use his action. We can also... There's firepower. Alright, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So what cards are we going to keep out of all this mess here? Seeing Godslayer at the beginning is so great. For sure going to hold on to Strength. When an enemy attacks, deal 3 damage to it, and if you exhaust the cybernetic armor to pay for this event, prevent all damage from that enemy attack. I like the idea of Arm Block. This is going to be nice for a defense card. We've also got Deathlock, which is going to be, I think, helpful. Keep Deathlock. Let's drop these 3 for now. I love Godslayer. It's a good card. I don't think I need to have it right away. I may regret that decision later. Hold on to those 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Well, exciting. Alright, so we are going to spend, I think, our Arm Block here to get, spend 1 resource of any type, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Cybernetic Arm and put it into play. So we're going to look for the Cybernetic Arm and play it. It's nice that it only cost me a resource. Oh man, where is it? There it is. Wow, it's towards the bottom of my deck. I'm glad that they have that ability. And it goes right into play. So you're really just paying the cost for it as if you need it, which is nice alter ego action. So pulling it out of the dishwasher, as some people have said. Makes me wonder if I need the Surveillance Van. I think it's the Surveillance Team. The new basic card that prevents cards from being taken from you. Alright. Sorry, I dropped some cards while I was shuffling. Okay. You guys for bearing with me on that. Looked like it was just 1 card that fell. I thought it was 2. So, I guess we'll find out as we play, right? Search one more time. Just to make sure I didn't lose any cards. Alright, here we go. Cybernetic Arm automatically comes into play. It's going to go right here so we know where it's at. That's going to be nice because now it adds a resource for an attack event, which is going to be a huge part of what we're trying to do. I think what I'm going to do this turn is I'm going to spin this to get Deathlock on the table, and then spin this to Sharpshooter only have one copy of it, though. But I think it's going to be good to stun this guy. So. And do 5 damage to him, which is a pretty big deal. Okay. Let's flip up. And that could actually end up killing him. So we're going to have... Is there any threat on the scheme right now that I need to be concerned about? There's only supposed to be one threat on there currently. So not really. So I think what we'll do then is spend the strength and the sidearm to play Deathlock. After Deathlock enters play, search your deck and discard pile for a copy of Shield Sidearm and attach it to him. And discard pile. Wonderful. So you can basically use it to spend it to get him out into play. That is actually so good. Okay, and the Shield Sidearm, what does it do? It gets 3 ammo counters on it. So just put it like that so it makes it easier to see. 3 ammo counters on it. When attached character makes a basic attack, exhaust the shield sidearm and remove 1 ammo counter from it. Deal 1 damage to an enemy. Okay. That's not terrible. At least it'll help me pop a tough if I need to. That's interesting. So, next we will... Feels like a bit of a waste, but I think we're going to go ahead and exhaust the cybernetic arm and spend Sharpshooter to play Electrical Discharge to do 5 damage to this monstrosity, and Magneto will go ahead and finish it off. Take care of that for me. So it is dead. I would have stunned it as well because I used this and an electric resource, so either way it would have made a stun. But he ended up dying to Magneto, so it doesn't make a difference right now. Nice. Okay. We still have plenty of actions we can take here. So, why not go ahead and start that nonsense? Then let's have Deathlock pop the tough. And he'll take a point of damage. And then we'll go ahead and exhaust this and remove this so he can do a point of damage here. Great, which leaves Winter Soldier to do 2 attack against Master Mold. Wow, okay. Now, Magneto may just be an extra key piece. It's just making this ridiculously easy. But... that's great. So, Magneto only has 5 health points as well. He did not take any consequential damage, as you guys are probably well aware, because he took out that Sentinel. That was the whole point of why I did it that way. So, alright. Let's ready everything back up and drop to our hand size and see if we can survive a round with Master Mold. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. I like the idea of getting martial prowess on the table. I think it's going to be super helpful. Middle Punch does 7 damage to an enemy if you exhausted cybernetic arm to pay for this event. The tank does overkill. So that's going to be nice for stuff later on. Firepower is in this deck specifically because we're getting weapon grade upgrades out. For each upgrade exhausted this way, choose an enemy and deal 3 damage to it. So we can essentially, with the cybernetic arm, do 4 damage. But I can do it 3 times 4, which I can do up to 12 damage if I exhaust 3 items. So we're going to be looking for more items to exhaust, and that's why I wanted Deathlock in this deck, so we can get that sidearm out for that exhaustion purpose. Okay. Now, you guys can let me know if I'm wrong. If an ally controls it, I don't control it, but technically I do, because I can control this entire table. So it's just going to be interesting to hear y'all's thoughts on that. For now, I'm going to play it that way, and y'all can let me know different. So, here's the hand we have in our hands, though, so for sure we're going to get martial prowess on the table. We'll probably spend... We'll figure out what we're going to spend here and go from there. Because we got some interesting options to play. So, threat goes up by 1 to 2. So we need to make sure we take out a minion next time to make sure we get that. Or we can just have Winter Soldier thwart, and that's no big deal as well. Master Mold seems pretty upset. He's going to go ahead and try to attack Winter Soldier. I'm not going to have Deathlock or anybody defend just yet. Am I going to defend? I don't think so. I think I can take whatever he swings at me at face value. He's swinging for 3. It's a star. You are stunned if you're already stunned to take 2 damage. Okay. Wonderful. So we are stunned. We're going to have to clear that stunned, but that's not terribly hard to do. Just have to exhaust, and then we get an encounter card. He did 3 damage to me, so let's get our damage. 1, 2, 3. We're at 8 health points. Starting off at 11 is fantastic. I need to get his freaking armor out. We'll find that, though. I'm pretty sure I shuffled after that. If not, forgive me. We're moving on. I don't know what's in my deck, so. All right. Insert virus program. Hinder 2, so it's at 4 threats. So I definitely need to be taking out some stuff or taking some threat off here pretty quickly. Dang. Deal 2 damage to each sentinel enemy. But it does have an acceleration token. So that is going to be very interesting how we take that down. Which is possible. I can use both my allies here. Boom, it's done. It's not what I wanted to do this turn, though. Alright. So, I think we need to get Martial Prowess onto the table. I think we spend these 2 to get Martial Prowess on the table. We're going to need it for building. And then we'll spend the Cybernetic Arm to exhaust this guy. Yeah. So we can do 4 damage because of this. And then we're going to play Directed Force as well. And when the hero makes an attack... Oh, I got to exhaust to clear my stun first. Then I can make this happen. So before... 5, 6. 6 points of damage. That's crazy. He's already down to 5 health points. Just from 1 cost. That is so good. Wow. Then we're going to go ahead and just do what we had planned here. Let's go ahead and... I mean, that is incredibly good. Magneto will thwart for 2 on this guy. We're going to get rid of this acceleration token here. And Deathlock will also move on by clearing the last set of thwart here and deal 2 damage to each sentinel enemy. So he's down to 3 health points. That is wild. I hope the U rule makes sense with that, because I feel like I am controlling it, because I do control the ally. And thus I control that piece of equipment. If I don't, that is annoying, and that is something I'll have to learn from and improve on for my next game. So please let me know. But for now, I'm going to play it that way, because I feel like that's how I would read that. So, if so, that is so broken, that combo. Okay. That leaves me completely inert here. He's down to 4 health points. Let's ready everything back up. Drop to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, we got a handgun, another martial prowess. We've got his wonderful big punch, metal punch, and a Black Widow. So some interesting great cards here. I also like the idea of Pulse Grenade. I've lost that in there as well, just for another thing to exhaust for that purpose. So this is really interesting. I definitely love the hand grenade, hand cannon as well. So we'll just have to see what all happens here. All right. Sentinel minion. Okay, cool. Threat goes going to go up by 1 to 3. Master Mold's going to come in for an attack. Do I defend? I think I can take one more hit before I'm really concerned here. So I'm going to go ahead and take the hit. He's swinging for 3. 6. Dang. Jeez. All right, living on 2 health points here. We're going to have to flip down to heal then. That's fine. Counter card is Energy Barrier. Attached to a Sentinel minion without Energy Barrier attached. And give it a tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Shields up. When revealed, give each Sentinel minion engaged with you a tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains Surge. Oh, good. Another inert virus. Okay. This goes back up to 4. All right. See what happens here. First things first, I think before I play anything else, I really need to think here. Because I could have Magneto attack for 3. He's going to threat out anyways. Is that a problem? What happens if he threats out? Shuffle the encounter, discard pile into the counter deck, and discard. Each player discards cards from the encounter deck until discarding a Sentinel minion, then puts it into play and engage with them. When Master Mold schemes against you, discard cards from the encounter deck until a Sentinel minion is discarded. Put that minion into play and engage with you. So I'm going to get 2 Sentinel minions into play to have to contend with if I flip down. I'm going to have to flip down. So the question is, do I want to deal with threat or not? I think I just want to focus on punching him hard before I go down and heal. So oh man, Pulse Grenade is going to be way better for somebody like Falcon. I may have to put Pulse Grenade in Falcon. Oh my gosh. Discard the grenade and choose an enemy. Discard the top 2 cards in the encounter deck and deal 1 damage to the chosen enemy for each boost icon discarded this way. Get hand cannon down. I can get another +2 on my attack, and my attack's getting overkill. And I get 3 counters on it. Okay, so that's exactly what we're going to do. We're going to spend Martial Prowess and Pulse Grenade to get hand cannon on the table. Then we're going to have Magneto attack. And he's going to wipe out Sentinel here. Who gains tough. I wish I gained piercing. Alright. Yeah, he gains tough. And the whole scheming thing happens. So, if he's swinging for 4, I could definitely want to try swinging for 8 here. So, Winter Soldier is going to go ahead and clear the tough. Martial Prowess and Cybernetic Arm and Black Widow are going to spend 7. to deal 7 damage to an enemy. It's going to be +1 additional damage here, so it's 8 damage in total. He has 16 health points. Wow, that actually knocks him down halfway. So, he's starting off at 16, we're getting him down to 8. That's a big punch. Jeez. Okay. Knowing that we can either have Magneto... Man, we can't trust that we're going to be able to make another big couple hits. So, we might be able to. But it saves us from getting Sentinel. It does. So I could stay up and have Magneto defend. I could stay up and have Magneto defend. Not worry about getting 2 extra Sentinels this next turn. And I'm not worried about getting victory points this time, so. That is okay. Let's draw up to our hand size. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's got a strong kit, even without. Okay. Building. All right, we've got some interesting cards. We got another Metal Punch. We've got this game in the bag if we just survive this round. Yeah. Okay. Wow. I didn't even get to do the complete build I wanted to do. But here we are. So this is going to go up to 5 because the acceleration token here. Master Mold's going to come in for an attack. He's swinging for 4+. We'll have Magneto defend. 4. If targeted for elimination as an attachment and identity, deal this card to the player of the face down card. Okay. Well, it's not, so Magneto has done well. He has died. We've lost a victory point, but that is okay. This is a wild match. We just need an encounter card. Dark Designs. Of course. Of course, we get Dark Designs. All right, let's see what happens. So, this goes up to 1. Then the enemy... Then Master Mold schemes for 3. And I'm stunned, of course. Okay. That still stays there. This goes. Oh, and when Master Mold schemes against you, discard cards from the top of the encounter deck until a Sentinel minion is discarded. Put that minion into play. Alright. At least it's happening now. Okay, we get past the red room. Wow, really? Okay. Let's just get through his entire deck here. Oh, good. Alright. We knew this was too easy to be true. Alright. So the thing that we were trying to avoid happened anyways, but I think it worked out in my favor. We're looking for an attachment here. Give each Sentinel minion engaged with you a tough... Nope, that's treachery. So we've got an energy barrier. Attached to a Sentinel minion without energy barrier attached. Play engage with you. Alright, cool. So he's a heavy hitter, so we're going to have to take him out, which means we know where that card's going. That's okay. This also goes out of the way. And it says, shuffle the encounter deck and discard pile into the encounter deck. Each player discards cards from the top of the encounter deck. So this card is Sentinel Minion when they put a minion in play and engage with them. So I'm going to have to take these Sentinel Minions out. I'm curious if they still gain guard. So if they don't gain guard on this agenda, then I'm just going to ignore them and punch Master Mold and be done with it. Drop the card. Wow, quite fascinating actually. Winter Soldier has been a lot of fun so far. I'm gonna have to either play this deck again, or I'm just gonna count it as a win and move on. This is a very powerful card. Very powerful character, and he's been a blast so far. Granted, I've had some lucky draws too, so there's that as well. I'm sure that'll make a big difference in games later on, but I've not tested this deck at all against other decks. This is my first game with Winter Soldier, and so far I'm having a blast. The whole being stunned thing's annoying right now, but maybe we can fix that. All right. What is it? We shuffle and discard pile into the deck. Each player discards cards until they discard a Sentinel minion, put it into play, and get play with them. Awesome. Well, let's get some bad cards out of the way. Sentinel Mark 5, when revealed, but it's not revealed, it's discarded, so. It's just an annoying Sentinel that attacks for 3. Alright. Flip you up. Each Sentinel minion gains guard. Okay, so I'm going to have to deal with the Sentinel minions. That is okay. So, that arm blocked this whole time? I could have been easily dealt with and saved Magneto. It's okay. So much for me not paying attention. Alright, so we are going to confuse that enemy, which I can't confuse Master Mold, unfortunately. So, exhaust to clear the stun. We are going to I think put Side Holster into play. No, I'm not. Anyway, I get to do extra damage here. Gains overkill. Okay. Yes, there is. Awesome. So, here's what I'm going to do. Am I going to be able to do all that? Oh, man. I'm not. Ah! I need like one more card. Because I could spin these to get this down. I want to get Silent Infiltration out. Even though I don't get the benefit of the Confuse, I could still ready my hero after defeating him. Which I'm going to do. And then I'll be able to do 4 damage to this guy and still won't be able to take him out. And we'll get another Sentinel in play, and that'll be still a problem. Dang, okay. So I want to get Silent Infiltration down and be able to ready myself. I can't do that. I can play Martial Prowess, play Metal Punch. I'm still stuck with this in my hand. Now, does Overkill have to go to... Does Overkill have to go to a villain? Or can it go to another character? That is a very interesting question. Let me look that up real quick. You guys probably already aware and screaming at me through the screen right now. But I'm going to take a peek real quick. Let's see. So any amount of damage by an attack with overkill keyword, and if that damage kills the minion, the excessive damage is applied to the villain. Applied simultaneously. Okay. Gotcha. All right. Well, that stinks. So it would go straight to the villain. I'm just trying to make it where I can survive this next round because he's only got 8 there. I can't confuse him. He's going to scheme as well. Not if I confuse him, though. That's going to go up by 2. That put it at 3. Literally, if he gets 2 things, I'm done. So I can't flip down, and dadgummit. This is the problem we were trying to avoid earlier. I can stay up and probably use arm block. Actually, yeah. So I could use arm block. Take this guy out. Use arm block on Master Mold. Now I'm doing 10 damage to him at this point. That'll get him down to 6. And then I'll be able to do another 3 to him. Should get him down another 3. We survive with 1 health point against this attacker. And this guy should have a tough status card on him as well. So we don't get piercing. Shoot. Are we going to be overwhelmed if we have 3 Sentinels out there? And can we survive? We cannot. We cannot survive a round of scheming. Sorry, I'm doing a lot of thinking here, but I want to make sure I'm making this correct choice. So I can only really survive 1 attack, and then I'm dead. Take this guy out, confuse this guy. Right? I can. I think I can do that. I can go... I can do that. Okay. So we'll spin 2. To get Silent Infiltration down. We will then spin Martial Prowess, Cybernetic Arm, and Sharpshooter to deal 8 damage to this Sentinel. Which kills him. Lets me clear 2 threat, which I guess I need to take it off of here. I should have 3 left over from the 8. 6, 7, 8, yep. So he's down to 5. I'm going to pop Silent Infiltration. To ready. And confuse an enemy. Okay. Now I could clear this guy's tough now. Or I can flip down and heal. And hopefully survive a round of scheming. This goes up by 2. I'm going to try that and see, hope for the best. So, heal for 3. And let's see what we ready up and draw to our hand size. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Got some interesting cards in our hand. Not terrible. We can at least get Nick Fury on the table, and that's going to help quite a bit. Threat goes up to 3. Master Mold Schemes for 3. 4. Oh my gosh. We're going to get lucky. 7. He's confused. Give each minion engaged with you a tough status card. Otherwise, this card gains surge. Well, we already got tough, so we're good. Okay. I can't give a tough status card. He already has a tough status card. Attach to the Sentinel minion, otherwise this card gains surge. Attach minion gets plus 2 hit points and gains retaliate 1. Okay. So he's just becoming more and more annoying at this point. Alright. Then we can make this work. So. Do we heal or do we flip up? We're going to get Nick Fury on the table, so we should be able to take it. We probably want to have the attacks. Let's flip up. We're going to play... Use energy. Lock and load. And silent infiltration. To play Nick Fury. Gonna draw us 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Janjaborn, Bambino, Winter Armor, Hand Cannon, and Grant Ward. Okay. What does Bambino do? While attached to identity, this card gains restricted. When an attached character makes a basic attack, remove 1 ammo counter from here. This attack deals 3 damage and gains overkill. 3 additional damage and gains overkill. Okay. After your hero attacks an enemy, spend a fist resource, deal 2 damage to that enemy. Gives me plus 3 hit points, plus I gain steady. Choices are rough right now. Plus we have Grant Ward we want to put on the table. So, first things first, Nick Fury's going to clear this. And each Sentinel enemy gets 2 damage. That clears this guy's tough. Alright. Okay, that's good to know. I didn't realize that as well, but it hasn't made a big difference. Retaliate 1. Alright. He's got 10 health points. If I make a basic attack, I'm swinging for 4. 5, 6, 7. Really want to take out the Mark IV Sentinel. I don't have a way to ready. I don't have a fist resource I can spend on that. I had brought that with me, but the combat, but here we are. So I think that's what we have to do. Play Grant Ward. Spend these 3 to get Bambino on the table. We have another weapon upgrade there. I like Grant Ward a lot. You guys haven't been able to tell. Those should have counters on them so I can keep track of how many things are on there. I'm sorry I'm taking so long on this turn. I'm really having to think through. And I think slowing down and making these tougher choices has been really good for me. Okay. Grant Ward will attack this guy here for 2. Gets him down to 8. He's going to have 1 life point left. I don't know. Life point's not the right way to say that, but here we are. So, health point left. Winter Soldier's going to make a basic attack and use both hand cannon. And Bambino. 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, we're still a life point away shy. Okay. So instead, we're going to put him at 3. Puts him at 2, and we're going to clear 2 threat off of here instead. Yeah. I think that's what we're going to do. When he attacks, though, he's going to get a freaking tough status card, so it's just going to be annoying. We can survive that. So, ready everything else back up. Drop to our hand size. Fuselage. Helicarrier. Great. Genius. Winter Rifle. Awesome. Piercing and ranged. That's exciting. Okay. Winter Mask. Okay. 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 Wow. Alright, well. We can make some exciting things happen this next turn. If we survive. So. This goes up to 6. Master Mold's going to come in for an attack. Grant Ward can't defend for me. Nick Fury's going to defend against this guy because he's swinging for harder, hopefully. So I'm going to defend for 2. He's attacking for 4, 5, 6, 7. Dang. And that's game, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, because that's literally 1 health point over what I have left. So that was a close one. That trying to survive was wild. I probably should have gotten another Sentinel out there that I forgot about. Which would have changed my game. So it was an expert game, so literally 3 health points made a big difference. And this guy rocked my socks. So I am not disappointed with this build. I think it works out well. I think there's just some stuff that's in the way of getting to what I'm trying to do. So we'll have to thin out a couple of things from this deck and make it go from there. Overall, I think Winter Soldier is great. I am satisfied. I think I'm going to try this same matchup one more time. I think I would have won. Being this close makes me think I would have won with the right cards drawn at the right time. So, for now, we're going to mark this as my first game. I'm going to do this match one more time and play it and record it. And we'll see you guys on the next one then. And hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I want to get this rematch, and I want to tweak up the deck just a little bit. I think I could have won. I think I just made some bad choices. And my first game with Winter Soldier, I got to remember that too. So, now I know. We'll make some stuff happen. Awesome. As always, guys, my name is Jason Sketch. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. And next time, I'll be deadly serious next time. Peace.